it's recorded so that you can share it beyond tonight. So it's cool, you know, it's cool to have something that other people don't know about, because sharing it makes it incredibly fun. We have somebody tonight who is going to be joining us, and I'm excited for her. She's somebody that I met about just a couple months ago, although in that time frame we spent a lot of time together, and we found out really early on we had a lot in common. And there's a couple things about her that I really fell in love with immediately. First of all, she has a self-awareness about her that is very unique in such a young person. So she's just 21. And when she was 18, you know, she tried the college route, and she was self-aware enough to know that that probably was not going to do it for her. And so she had a heart, though. She wanted to make sure that whatever she was doing in her life impacted people. And she went the nursing school route. And she was nursing, and she liked it, but what she didn't like was the idea that she didn't have her own destiny in her own hands. Okay, she had to work on somebody else's hours. She had time constraints. She wasn't making enough to really get by, and certainly not enough to get ahead. And so she pretty much knew she needed to do something different. And that got her excited, a little scared, but she went head first, which is really impressive. December of 2017, head first into entrepreneurship. And she decided she was going to make her own way, and she's done it. That's the best part about it, is that she has figured it out. And entrepreneurs find a way to do that, right? But she also figured out a smart way to do it, several smart ways to do it. And in the interim, while she was doing that, she was able to impact all kinds of people along the way, which was the original goal. And so I'm really proud of her. I'm proud that at 21 years old, she has the wherewithal. She has the foresight, she has a vision, she has enough of a dream to actually go chase it. And so I consider her a little soul sister in terms of business. We think a lot alike. We both enjoy working and chasing. And so with that, I'm going to let Miss Crystal Rodgers join us. Crystal, can you unmute?
I can.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Laurie.
It's all yours.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Much for taking the time out of your night to hop on here. Definitely appreciate that, because I know that time is our most valuable asset. My name's Crystal Rodgers. I'm 21 years old. I'm originally from a small town in Missouri, but I'm now living in North Carolina. A little bit about my backstory. I'm a college dropout. I've been an entrepreneur since I was 18 years old. And I've also been job free for a little over a year now, which has been super liberating and very exciting. A little bit about my backstory. Whenever I graduated high school, I was a nursing assistant in a hospital working full-time. And I was also in nursing school full-time. I was living paycheck to paycheck, even though I was working 40 to 50 hours a week. And I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I realized that if I wanted time freedom and financial freedom, I would need to start a business. But most traditional businesses cost $50,000 or more to start up nowadays. And the problem with that was that I was only 18 years old at the time. So I definitely did not have the resources nor the knowledge to be able to do that. So after doing a lot of research, I realized that I needed two things. I needed leverage and I needed residual income. I needed to be able to leverage a company that already had all the resources and all of the knowledge and technology invested into it. And that's what led me to Uforia. I don't know who you are. You might be a college student. You might be a stay-at-home mom or dad. You might be a single parent, or you might just be sick and tired of being sick and tired just like I was. You guys are definitely here on the Zoom tonight for a reason, and I admire you guys so much for having an open mind. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to show you guys a slide presentation. I know most people are visual learners, so this will be something that is very simple for you guys to understand seeing it visually. So the company that I'm going to be talking about is called Uforia. In today's day and age, a lot of people take DNA tests for many different reasons. Reasons such as heritage, personality, physical traits, and it's really fun and cool. You know, you can learn that you're either half Irish, you're half English, but then what do you do with those results afterwards? Well, nothing. You kind of just put them to the side. The most important DNA test you could probably take is going to determine how you can stay healthy by developing supplements for you, inspired by you, and based on your DNA. We've always been taught that supplementation is good, right? But for the past 8 decades, we've been basically going off of intelligence. So doctors say, try this, or as children, our moms, had us take those Flintstone vitamins because she said that they were good for us. But the problem with that type of supplementation is that it's one formula for everyone. So one size fits all, which can obviously create a lot of uncertainty, and it's basically a guessing game, right? And it's also very expensive and wasteful. With today's technology, we have access to designer nutrition through Uforia. It is science-based, it's exclusive proprietary, and it's inspired by you, only for you. And you guys are probably wondering, well, what is Uforia? Uforia Science is a biotech company that creates custom designer supplementation based on the genetic testing of a person's DNA. And I'm gonna say that one more time because you probably are like, what did she just say? It's a biotech company that creates custom designer supplementation based on the genetic testing of a person's DNA. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how we're able to do that. So Uforia owns a big boy lab. This is a true medical lab, and what we are doing is a DNA analysis, and we are testing for 18 actionable gene SNPs. We are HIPAA compliant and CLIA certified, which, as you guys can know, is very expensive and difficult to get. Your DNA is 100% safe, so your information is private and secure, never to be shared or sold with anyone. And there are nearly 400 million potential different formulas. What I love about this company so much, and what made it stand out to me, is that we actually own the intellectual property software. It's over 20 years in the making. Once your DNA results are ready, the proprietary software creates your personalized formula. So what this software does is it reads your DNA results, and it creates a barcode with your name on it, and then sends it over to the machine that actually customs your formula for you. There's nearly 400 million different formulas, and one is yours. This right here are different gene SNPs that we are testing for. So 18 actionable gene SNPs. I'm not going to get into them too much, but they are things like mitochondrial function, inflammation, blood pressure, cholesterol, healthy weight management, energy. And these 18 gene SNPs right here are the most foundational genes for your body and your health. Definitely the most important. This right here is what the DNA results actually look like. So if you guys look at these colors over here, these are the actual scores. A green means that neither parent gave you the variant gene. Yellow means that one parent gave you the variant gene. And red means that both parents gave you the variant gene. So if you have a yellow or a red, that means that we want to add supplementation to support the gene. What I love about this product so much is that it's all natural. It's non-GMO, there's no fillers, it's vegan, and it's gluten-free. And below you can see some of the ingredients that could possibly be in your formula. I think depending on your results, up to 100 ingredients could be dropped in. And how we create this formula is by a machine called the Utritionator. The Utritionator is the machine that actually scans that barcode, reads it, and is able to shoot those ingredients into your formula and makes it in about 15 seconds, which is pretty impressive. It's years in the making, and it's the only one in existence. And it was exclusively engineered and built for our company, Uforia, which makes us very, very unique. And that personal formula is called Utrition, and it literally has your name on it. I am going to stop my screen share for a second as soon as I can figure out how to get back on here. Here we go. Because I actually have my formula right next to me. So it has my name on it. I absolutely love the results that it's done for my body so far. And after sharing this with enough people, they've all said this is literally going to be the new standard for health, okay? Give me 1 second, guys. So from a consumer standpoint, we are either going to pay for one or the other. We are either going to pay whenever we get sick, or we're going to pay to stay healthy. I think it's safe and obvious to say that designer nutrition is definitely more beneficial than blind nutrition. A lot of you guys hopped on the call tonight because you wanted to learn about the product, because you were interested in becoming a customer. We have a few different packs that you guys can choose from whenever becoming a customer. So the first one comes with one DNA kit, and it's only $159. And then 3 below that are pretty unique. You can either get a 3-pack, a 5-pack, or a 10-pack. And what's really cool about these packs is that you can either save 15%, 20%, or 25% off of your entire order. And what's also great about being a customer with Uforia is that we have an amazing customer rewards program. So as a customer, if you refer 4 people, your product is free. I love this product so much that I was naturally sharing it with people. And so what's great about this is that whenever you share the product with people using your referral link, you can get paid a really great income. I know a lot of you guys hopped on tonight to also hear about the business opportunity. So I'm going to bring someone on who is going to teach you guys how you can monetize on the timing and positioning of Uforia science. Her name is Laurie Kort. You guys heard you guys heard her earlier welcoming people onto the call. Everyone calls her Mama Kort. Laurie is a successful business owner of 2 traditional businesses for the past 25 years. She was also recently featured in a book titled Mompreneurs, which is a book highlighting very successful moms and business builders. I think that's absolutely amazing. She's got a young, fun, loving soul, and she truly wants the best for everyone she meets. She's very passionate about what she does and has an insane work ethic, and I think that's why we clicked instantly. I'm going to stop this screen share, and I'm going to go ahead and pass it back over to Laurie. Sorry, guys, having a MacBook is kind of confusing. There we go.
Thank you. Thanks, Crystal. I appreciate that so much, the kind words. And guys, Crystal is honestly incredible. One of the things that I like to say about her is that I know she was looking for an opportunity and she thinks she found Uforia. However, I think Uforia found her. She is a blessing to be in business with and an amazing partner to have. And so she's one of like the resources that you get when you come to this community and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the business end of things and just kind of bring it full circle and let you know how when you have an opportunity that's this big with a product that's this unique, it's worth looking at. And I'm happy to be the one to share it. So from a health standpoint, there is no question that what we have here at Uforia will enhance your life. Like no question at all. Just a really quick little testimony from me. I was adopted. And so for the first like 50 years of my life, I had no medical history. And they would say, any history of this in your family? And I'd be like, I don't know. And then I had 5 kids and they didn't know. And now they have 5 kids and they didn't know. And so when I got my results, I actually cried. Like it actually was life-changing and empowering. And I love this product and I love sharing it. I also love what it's been able to do for me and for a lot of other people from an income standpoint. And so just to kind of give you an idea, as Crystal said, started with line nutrition. It went to targeted nutrition where functional medicine doctors and stuff would, hear you out and you're tired or you don't have energy, and they would use their training and their intelligence and their all of their degrees and all of their experience, and they would go to the supplements that they believed would help you. However, nobody has ever been able to actually know and test you for what your body knows you need. And that's huge, And the thing is when there are companies come to the marketplace, there are companies that are hyper successful. Like you guys know those companies, the Ubers, the Airbnbs, the Amazons, they've come out and they've just disrupted things. And they all have characteristics, right? And our company is one of those companies. And the thing is the 4 things that you really see that they all have in common are do they have a concept that's unique? Right? Have they simplified something that's normally complicated and made it very easy for people to understand? Is it disruptive? And does it have a noble cause? Right? Those are the 4 things that big, huge, hyper successful companies do. And the problem that I see is that right now, the way that we earn money, and this isn't a secret, this isn't just my opinion, this is everywhere, it's on the news, it's changed so much and it's changing so quickly that it's hard for people to keep up. And so mostly what they do is they get paralyzed, they get scared. And so, when you think about the idea of the 40-40-40 plan that everybody's been heard about or taught, which is you work 40 hours a week for 40 years of your life and you retire on 40% of your income, that has not been alive and well since my dad was working. Okay, my dad worked and retired from Ford. And he is now in his 80s. Now, I was raised to believe that would work for me. And I knew early on in my 20s that was not going to work for me. Okay, but now it is not even alive. So it's not a good plan. However, we're still training people like it is. Okay, we're still putting them through an educational system that believes there's some security there. So, and then you think about just debt in general. All right, why are people looking for more income? Because they're looking to get ahead. And that's really hard to do. And it's especially hard for young people. I see a lot of young people on this call. It's a different age, guys, and I'm older than you, and I've seen what's happened over the last years, and it's changed so dramatically. Think about student loan debt. $1.56 trillion right now. I just looked it up today. That's the most accurate stat I could find. $1.56 trillion of student loan debt with 44.7 Americans owning it. Okay, that's unbankruptable. It's not going to get paid back, right? People can't get out from under it. People are coming out of college and it'll take them years to be able to pay that off, right? And then you have retirement age. So 72 is the average retirement age and 76 is the average death age. Like, nope, that's not going to work. Not for a lot of people. Not only just not me, just not for a lot of people. There's no loyalty, right? There's no loyalty in the workspace. It's really, really unfortunate. Another stat that I specifically looked up because I knew I was going to be talking to you guys tonight is today's worker, today's job employee will change jobs every 4.3 years, 10 times in their career, and almost always not of their own volition. So in other words, somebody outsourced, somebody downsized, somebody closed their doors, the job became obsolete, not because they wanted to leave. So with that in mind, most people know they have to have a plan B. They really do. Why you're here, why you guys are here on this call is because you know you have to have a plan B. You just don't know what to do. And so plan Bs look like this, right? You do nothing. Lots of people do that. They stick their head in the sand and they're like, oh, you know what? It'll be fine. That won't happen to me, or that won't happen to my husband, or the government will bail somebody out or something, right? And they just really don't see the writing on the wall. And that's fine if that's what you want to do. Some people go on and decide, okay, well, if I forward my degree or extend and get a PhD or something, I can get a better job. And there's pluses and minuses there too, right? So you can spend a little more money, get some more education, spend some time investing in that to get the better job. With that is probably going to come more responsibility and a little less time freedom, right? And so depending on what you're going for, that can work. But you also want to consider that a lot of people go the other route. They don't want to invest all that time and money. So they're like, okay, I'll get another job. All right. And I did that in my 20s, single mom thinking I'm not making ends meet. Okay. I'm in my 20s. I've got 2 young daughters and I'm not even paying the bills. I'm like, okay, well, if I can get a little more income, I can be a little bit more comfortable and at least pay it on time. And it took about 4 weeks till I realized I was not willing to sacrifice what I was sacrificing to still not pay the bills. I had 0 time with the kids. Somebody else was raising them. It's just not a great solution. And it's really sad because even with 2 jobs, so many families are not paying the bills. That's really, really hard. So you have to do something different. So the 4th thing you can do, the 4th choice you have is a side hustle, right? Start something on your own. Like take control. Whether it's entrepreneurship, owning a business, starting a business, whatever that may be. And that's why we're seeing 50,000 people a day flock to opportunities like this. Because everybody knows they need a plan B. And they just need to find something they understand and they feel capable of doing. And so this is the way most people get into entrepreneurship, okay? Or this is what they think. Let's put it that way. This is what they think they have to do. First, they could start their own business, right? Average cost is about $65K. And that's provided you feel like you came up with something unique and disruptive. Because if you didn't do that, then you really are just a slave to your own business now instead of to your job. Okay, and $65K is a lot of money. Like you're either going to owe it because you took out loans, or if you're somebody like me and you decide you're going to bankroll it, that's terrifying. It's terrifying. I would be terrified to do that right now. So starting your own business is risky, hard, and a lot of people don't feel like they have the resources or the skills, to do that. Second thing is buy an existing business. And the only thing I can tell you about this is the question you want to ask yourself is why are they selling? Because 90% of the time, it's going to be because they know something that you don't quite yet know about that business because you haven't been the owner. Okay, so if they're selling, it's usually more than you think it is. You can buy a franchise. I am personally a huge believer in franchising. Okay, franchising has so many advantages, but it is prohibitive for a lot of people due to the amount of money you need to start it. So in franchising, there's a couple things in place that are really, really cool and will help you succeed. The first thing is there's a system in place that's proven. So like if you take McDonald's, for example, they're going to teach you how to make the fries. They're going to teach you how to wrap a burger. They're going to teach you how to make the Big Mac. Like it's proven. We know it works. And you also know in a franchise, there's a market. People are buying that product or they wouldn't be opening more locations. Okay, so those 2 things are there. But guess what? Another thing I looked up today because I wanted to be really accurate. Today, to start a McDonald's, you need to even be an applicant for their franchising, you have to have $500,000 in liquid assets and a $45,000 upfront franchising fee. So for most people, that is not going to happen, right? I don't even know anybody personally that could probably do that or would want to. Okay, so there are cheaper franchises, but with that, right, comes less income. So imagine that you get those loans and you have that all liquid. You are years and years and years in the making before you even start to make any money at all right? And then there's something like this. The same thing that so many thousands of people are waking up and noticing, and it's called leverage. And again, Crystal's mentioned it. I love the word. Leverage is a really big deal, and the reason why is because people that know they have to have a plan B, they can learn leverage. Instead of being leveraged, they can learn leverage, and they can leverage the infrastructure of an already existing successful business for almost no risk at all. Very, very, very minute monetary investment, and a huge, huge, massive potential for an ROI, which is a return on your investment. And when you have just thousands of people looking for a plan B, and people are starting to believe that these are real concepts and real marketing programs that work, it's no wonder that this is the fastest growing industry that there is, a $200+ billion industry. So to get kind of to the meat of it really quick is that if you guys, anybody on this call, if you guys punch a clock or you go to work every day when you're there, you can be there 8 hours, and Sue beside you can be there 8 hours, and she can be Tindering or whatever she's doing, and you can be working your butt off, but you both get paid for 8 hours of work. They leverage your time, right? You got paid based on the time you spent. You were being leveraged. If you go and you get a CPA degree, and you spend the 40 grand to get that, and you get out and you're one of the 50% that get to go get a job, and you're working for H&R Block and you're super excited, and you're making 30 grand. Right? You spent 50 to get it. You're going to earn 30. Like, you don't even have to go to business school to know that that's not necessarily, the best or the smartest investment. And so here at Uforia, this is what Uforia has done. They've been able to create a way for people to leverage their business by doing this. In the same way that they're progressive with everything else they do, the science, the fulfillment, the nutritionator, all of it. In that way, they also wanted to be very, very progressive in the way that they market their product, okay? And so they decided not to go the traditional route, which makes a ton of sense when you realize that, like, people's eyes aren't on TV commercials. They're skipping them. They're not on billboards when they're driving down the road. I used to read the paper every day. I never pick up a newspaper anymore. So where our eyes are on these. They're on devices. And so Uforia knew that. And they're like, listen, the very best and most effective form of advertising that you can possibly have, and the most coveted of any business, I know it from my businesses, is word of mouth. When people positively represent or talk up your product, you've won, right? And they know that. And so they're like, why would we put any money where people's eyes are? Why would we develop ad campaigns we're not even sure are going to work? Because why not just pay people to do what they naturally do? Through their devices, through their networks, through their social media, share the love of our product. Let's build a customer base that's so loyal. Okay, think Apple. Apple people who love Apple will never change. They're fanatical about it, right? So the people that love Uforia, they're naturally going to share it, just like Crystal said. She said she knew she was going to share it. And so what they've done is they've given us the tools, the resources, and the ability to leverage everything that they have to be able to naturally share this with our friends, family, whoever, our fitness instructors, yoga instructor, whatever it may be in your life. And by doing that, when you become a customer and you're using the product loyalty and you love it and you're naturally sharing it, they give you a website, they give you a phone app, they give you all kinds of resources and tools that certainly we can get more into, $8,000 value worth of training to support this so that you have everything that you need. And when you tell your friend and you generate a sale, you get paid a commission. That's how simple it is. It's like the simplest form, but the most effective form of advertising. So now this is where it gets really, really big though. Okay, so yeah, you make a commission. That's great. So let's use Crystal as an example. I tell her, hey, Crystal, I love this product. I was adopted. It changed my life, blah, blah, blah. You have to try this. Okay, and she goes to my website and she buys her kit and she gets her DNA test done. And so guess what? Uforia pays me a commission. I generated a sale. Now, the cool part is where you can start to talk about residual income, passive income, the kind of income that matters, that takes care of you for years, is that when Crystal, like Crystal would do, shares it naturally with her mom, and her mom's like, yeah, I'll try it. Crystal generated a sale, right? She gets the commission. But doesn't it make sense that without me telling Crystal in the beginning, her mom wouldn't even know? So now, right, Crystal gets the commission, but I also get a small royalty or small override on that sale, because of where it started from with me. So now we have 3 people, 3 customers that are happy, that are using the product and have the ability to share it. Imagine this, guys. Imagine it's 500 people. Imagine in a year, it's 5,000 people. And you're getting paid a little bit. Everybody's getting paid a little bit on everybody's referral. The trickle-down effect happens in every single sales cycle. Every sales cycle. That's what everybody's going for, is somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody who tells somebody. Okay, that's what this is. It's so beautiful. And so becoming a nutritionist, guys, gives you not only all of those resources, it gives you a community of people who are supportive, who work together, who are like-minded. We have events all over the country that you can plug into at any time. We have virtual events like this. We have a community online on Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, where you can plug in there, so you are not alone. You are in business for yourself, but you are definitely not alone in this. So I actually want to share my screen really quick because I want to show you how easy it is to actually become a nutritionator. You guys can hear me? Yes? Crystal? Thumbs up? You can hear me? Okay, good. So guys, it's as simple as what Crystal said. You do it the same way that you become a customer. Okay, you buy a kit. Whichever kit makes sense to you. Oops, sorry about that. We're gonna flip through, I'm so sorry. So you buy whichever kit makes sense to you. And when you've done that, you have your website and you have your phone app. And the only thing that a nutritionator, somebody who intentionally shares this product, the only difference between them and a customer who only uses the product is a $39.95 annual fee to access the resources in the comp plan. That's it. So you do the exact same thing. You buy a 1-pack for just you, a 3-pack if you've got a husband and a brother, a 5-pack, you know, for a larger family. And for those of you like me, like Crystal, I see Maddie on this call, there are many of us that get this, that understand that leveraging something of this magnitude can truly create an income. And they'll jump right in on a 10-pack and just get to work. So all you do is you choose your pack, you upgrade with a one-time annual fee, once a year of $39.95, and you get your replicated site, the tools, the training, and you launch your business. It's that simple. So just in closing, guys, I just want to share a couple things with you. The first thing is, if you can agree that the way we earn income is changing, and it's not going back. Okay, we're not going to go backwards. It's going to happen faster and faster and faster. And I want to tie it together like this. We talked about like the 4 different characteristics of hyper successful businesses. And the reason why this is important is that when you're looking to align yourself with a business, you make sure that it checks the boxes. Okay, you make sure of it. These are the boxes. Is this business concept unique? It's the only one on the planet. It's about as unique as it possibly can get. Nobody is in the competition space at this point, and we're Amazon proof. Yeah, it's unique. Okay, is it simple? It's incredibly simple. It takes really, really, really complicated science and really, really complicated manufacturing, and it dumbs it down to the little jar that Crystal gave you where you take some capsules every day. It's incredibly simple, and it's incredibly simple to share. And then, is it a disruptor? And we haven't talked a ton about this. However, let me just say, this company and customized or personalized designer nutrition will completely revolutionize the supplementation space. There's already companies that are scared and don't know how they're going to stay in the game and don't know how they're going to adapt. This is going to be mainstream. It's going to be the standard of health. There will come a time when you swab babies at birth, and they're actually nutritionally supplemented from the moment they're born for a lifetime of wellness. It's going to change the way we look at wellness. Here in the US, we are one of the best in the world at crisis management, but one of the worst at prevention. All right, that's a big deal. This is going to change that. So yes, it's disruptive. And the very last one is it noble? And guys, through a series of different products that they're planning to come out with weight management and collagen and skincare and all this other kind of stuff that's really in the works, the ultimate legacy of this company is children. And when you think about impacting generations to come, I can't think of a more noble cause, honestly, when you're talking about like years and years and years of helping people. So with that, guys, it is a simple decision. Get your kit. You know, if nothing else, get the test. It's good. It's good for you. Take care of yourself. You know, it's the only vehicle you have to walk around in your whole life, and do that. And then spend $40 and become a nutritionist. It's a simple share. It's an easy topic, and it's and really the community, the tools, everything that this company gives you is it's golden, it's top notch, it's the best in the business, and I'm proud to be here and proud to share it. So I hope to welcome you soon. Thanks for jumping on with us, you guys. And if you have any questions, get them answered. Get back with the person who got you on the call. Get your questions answered, get your kit ordered, and if they can't answer your questions, just get a hold of one of us, and we'll be here to help. So thanks so much, everybody. Crystal, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.